Hi, welcome back. Well, Christmas is on its way and it's all about the big guy who's right here and has his list and appears to be checking it twice.
I'm the big guy. I thought you were talking about Jesus.
Well, I saw you had the list and I thought you were, checking if I'd been naughty or nice.
Yes, no. This is a list of ideas to actually help people to make Christmas amazing and, something that's truly meaningful to people rather than just things that end up getting thrown out 6 months later.
Yeah, well, that is true. I mean, I find Christmas a bit stressful, to tell you the truth.
Sometimes, the family interaction is where the stress comes from.
Yeah.
You've got so many different people with different personalities, different needs, expectations about what Christmas should be. Yeah. And when those aren't met, then, tensions run high.
Sure.
So, I think the first thing that we can all try this Christmas in making Christmas amazing is to try and be more flexible and be understanding of who we're dealing with and how we can make it nice for them.
Yeah.
And that adage of don't sweat the small stuff really comes in handy at this time of year.
Yeah, well, I mean, we talk about gift giving. I mean, how about the gift of tolerance, the gift of consideration? I mean, that's got to be the first place to start.
Absolutely.
Surely. Yeah.
And if we look at Jesus and what he gave us when he came on earth, it wasn't just material things, but he gave people self-esteem, he gave them love, acceptance, and those things of spending his time with them as well. So I do have a little bit of a list.
Okay, well, I mean, let's talk about gifts, because let's face it, we can talk about you don't really need to give a gift, we don't really need anything. How much did you say we don't use?
Yeah, there was a report in 2005 from the Australian Institute, and it was really amazing. It said that Aussies have admitted to spending over $10 billion every year on goods that we don't even use. So
that's
clothes,
crazy.
CDs, DVDs that we don't even watch or listen to, which is an amazing amount of money, which when you compare that exceeds apparently the spending of Australian governments on universities and roads.
Oh, far out.
So you talk about waste, there's a huge amount of waste there. The other really fascinating stat that I was blown away with, that if people were to throw out those things or other things like the toys that we get that we don't need for the children, each year in Australia, nearly 20 million tonnes of waste goes to landfill.
Oh, wow.
Which is enough to fill an Olympic-sized swimming pool every 12 minutes.
Oh, boy, that's ridiculous, isn't it?
And when you compare that to, people around the world that don't even have, they're living on $1.50 or $2.50 a day, and we're just throwing it out. The consumer society is really not doing any of us or our planet a service. Yeah.
Boy, that is a really good point. And I guess what simplicity is the answer to that, isn't it? So, do I really need this? Does, Auntie Edna really need this?
Yep.
But I mean, let's face it, Peter, we do have this money burning a hole in our pocket. We feel a need to spend it. We feel a need to give some sort of gift. I can't just bring nothing, We have this compulsion. So if we are going to give a gift, are there positive options that in terms of gift giving?
Absolutely, Ken. There's, everyone is individual. And I think in thinking about who you're actually giving to makes a difference. People have different needs. Some, like the love languages, some people really value shared time or shared experience. So you can give a gift in terms of a coupon or a voucher to actually spend time with them, whether that's going to mini golf or something like that.
We actually did this last Christmas with my in-laws actually in Adelaide. We gave vouchers, and I gave one to my father-in-law, and he's from a Hungarian background, so I said, hey, how about we go to the Migration Museum, in Adelaide, which is free to get in. And, we both went and spent a day out there. We had lunch while we were there as well, and we had a great day. And then we also did some handmade stuff. That was fun.
Another great idea. Activities together, craft or something if it's with a child. And those are memory events that people remember forever, rather than, another car, little toy car that I've got. It makes a big difference.
Other things, plastic and batteries, beware.
Yeah, that's right. It doesn't last anyway. Other things that you can give are classes. So, you know, for children or anyone really, if they have an interest in music or horse riding or dance or something like that, you could actually, you know, give a voucher for them to actually go and learn something and do something in that respect as well.
And that could be a gift that goes on through the year, I guess. Or...
Yeah, absolutely, depending on how much you can support it.
Okay.
Just one more thing, Kent.
Yeah.
There's also a really great website and a mobile phone app called Ethical Shopping.
Okay.
So that can actually give you the background of brands or products that you're buying as to whether they're working with sweatshops, denigrating the environment, etc.
Okay.
So that's another way that you can ensure that your money is having a positive impact rather than negative on the world.
You're right, because if you're going to spend $10 billion on presents, it might as well be going to sort of businesses that are providing meaningful employment and, as you say, not destroying the environment.
Not exploiting the workers, etc.
Yeah, boy, that's food for thought, yeah. Now, I know you come to us with an ulterior motive, Peter, because you're from ADRA, the Adventist Development and Relief Agency. Surely there must be something that sort of ADRA related that you'd also like to plug to us as a present option.
Yeah, absolutely. You may have noticed the Christmas tree behind you with all these beautiful
hadn't noticed.
ADRA has a gift catalogue which we put out every year, and this year there's over 30 gifts in there. Which are ethical gifts in that they're actually helping people here in Australia and overseas to thrive, to have a better life.
So the Grant a Wish gift catalogue. Okay,
going from $3
a food
and up.
processor. Okay, I never thought of that. So you're actually basically giving a donation so that someone in a developing country can have something that's basically going to make the difference between poverty and actually getting along in the world, or that sort of thing.
And there's also things here in Australia, you know, supporting women's refuges for you know, people that have been affected by domestic violence.
Okay, drive a cow. Yep. Cow. Who wants a cow for Christmas?
That's probably for milking.
They want a cow for Christmas.
Not for the Christmas table.
Oh, not a big roast spit cow.
No, that's right.
Boy, that would be a feast.
So there's many gifts there that you can actually you know, gift to someone else on their behalf, and that's it's multiplying the gift, because you're giving something that makes the person you're giving to feel good, but it's also helping someone else in need as well.
I mean, have you seen someone, like, let's say that, you know, I was at my family Christmas and there was Uncle Albert, and I gave him a, you know, here you go, Uncle Albert, here's a what is this? Here's a borehole for Christmas, Uncle Albert. It's in Sudan. Is Uncle Albert going to feel a bit ripped off? It
depends if he thinks that you're calling him a bore. But people that have a sense of, you know, of the bigger picture in the world, you know, can really get on board with this. And as well as if you do something else with them, like you can spend an activity or one of the other gifts we talked about, but also do this, then they feel good that they're actually, you know, helping the world as well. And then they get the idea for next year, and it can be a multiplier effect.
It's the combination effect.
Yeah.
I like it.
And you can actually, you know, get these baubles and a, you know, Christmas tree pack and do this at your workplace or your church or what have you. So there's many ways to help change the world.
And can we find out details about this at your website?
Our website, adra.org.au/Christmas. We'll give you all the details and all the resources that you need.
Excellent. Well, there you go. There's a few Christmas ideas for you, something that's perhaps a little more simple, perhaps, you know, something that's a little more, you know, caring and thoughtful. They're great ideas, Peter. Really appreciate it. Thanks for your time.
Pleasure.
We'll see you straight after the break.